Hello everyone, this is FDP vladerag here to bring you a Funcast which has significantly higher volume than it should, and my mouse freezes as I open that up. Wow, that is unfortunate. Here, you know what? I'm going to do it with hotkeys. Oh, thought you could win there, didn't you? Oh, how am I going to change that? Oh, awesome, perfect. There we let's go even lower. There we go, everything is better now, and I am casting a game between Madao, Krillon Madao as the red Terran in the bottom left, versus Nelvahill as our purple Zerk in the top right. You may have noticed me not say the FDV part. That is because Nelvahill is no longer with us. Went and joined Team Unrivaled, the winner of the Chobo Team League for seasons, 2 and 3? It's either 2 and 3 or 3 and 4. I forget. They're in season 5 right now. FDV may be joining the Chobo Team League for Season 6, so hey, who knows, maybe we'll end up facing him again. He also has recently made gold as well, so congratulations to him, and good luck with Team Unrivaled. I hope you do well, and I hope we play you next season and crush your guts for leaving us. No, I didn't say that. You did not hear that, and look, a leaf. Anyways, going on with the game, it is a ZVT on Neoplanet SLE. I must confess, this is my least favorite matchup. I do find that supply depot very nice. I like it a lot. I will say that Nelvahill probably would have been better off sending this here and putting down his expansion, since he forgot to do the shifts. What you're supposed to do when you do this attack is, yeah, he could block that too if he's not lucky, or if he's unlucky. But what you can do if you want to attack a worker is you attack the worker and then you order it to continue to attack. Like you'll shift right click, shift right click, shift right click, and what that does is it forces every time it shifts position, the worker will then follow and attack it. Basically, just a sort of smart move to do. Anyways, because of that block, Madao has taken an early lead. Granted, he does have 100 minerals here, sitting here, but he can cancel at any time and get 75 of that back. Basically, you know, he's really in a good position, I feel, to start this game out. Being ahead in the worker count when you begin to produce your orbital is an advantage most Terrans don't get to have. I don't like you. There must have been that cancel. Just basically giving him that. 7 is his reply. Or wait. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know what he's doing, though I do feel Nelvahill will be taking a third, or natural, or however you want to call it. And no, we are not. I was about to say, and indeed, there is our factory, but it is not a factory. Nope, there was a factory. Nope, there it is. I must confess, maybe ZVP or ZVT on the lower levels might actually be more interesting than upper level play, because upper level play is like, you literally, it's scripted. I mean, they don't do anything different for the most part. But who knows? This guy is, I'm not sure what his league is, but he'll be somewhere between high bronze to low gold. So that's promising for him doing something screwy and weird. Either way, playing very reasonably now. Got a nice marine skin. Tech Lab's coming down. Not often something you see for a player that would be going for... Is that an armory? It's an armory, folks. I think we're going to be looking at Thor's. The dreaded one-based Thor. I mean, he definitely needs an expansion if he really wants to keep this up. Nelvahill acting cautious on 2 base, just getting his, was about to say getting his drone count up. That's not actually happening, going for Zerglings and going for Lair Tech. I don't like Lair Tech this it's not even that it's early. It's that he's going for lair tech without any real gas. There we go. There's his second gas being taken, but I don't think he has the drone count to really support anything of lair tech. On the other hand, Madao doesn't really have much either. I almost feel like he's going for a Hellbat drop. Yeah, there we go. There it is. It's a Hellbat drop. The tech lab then is for Infernal Pre-Igniter and that blue flame. Gonna be seeing that come up any second now. Any second now. Whatever. We'll see it when it pops up over here. Either way, we are seeing a Spire come down from Navahill. He's going to be really wanting that gas soon indeed. There we go. Workers already being transferred over there. This is almost an expansion for the gas more than anything else. Now, I have heard discussions about 2-base Muta from some of my Zerg friends. And I must confess, I'm a little surprised to see Spire out of Navahill right now, just because I don't think he can afford it. He especially won't be able to afford it if this drop works out, which I think it's going to be doing just fine. Does he have Blue Flame? He does not. So, I mean, that's the thing. He needs that Blue Flame if he really wants to be effective. Oh, maybe it's not a drop. Maybe he was just getting them for defense or attack. Huh. Oddly enough, he's actually going to be hitting at a relatively decent time before Navahill actually is able to have Mutas out to defend himself, and he's hitting with a very anti-ground composition. Here's the Mutalist going to be taking half a minute to get out. Not going to be in time, I don't think, to stop Madao from doing a little bit of damage here, especially since it's Hellbat Marine versus Ling. Not going to be going down well for Navahill. Of course, the Marauders. I'm sorry, did I say Hellbat Ling versus Ling? Oh, whatever. The Marauder's going to be focusing down that hatchery. Here comes the Mutalisk in. He really needs to stop focusing the hatchery and kill those Lings before they kill his Marauders entirely. Guess not going to bother with that. Could boost the medevac away or send it to scout. Either way would be good. Looks like it will be scouting. I don't think sending it over there was a good idea. The Mutalisk. Oh no, he's going for a drop. While he secures his main his natural, I feel this is actually a relatively decent thing to do. Though he does need to drop from that. Well, not going to happen. One Marauder not going to be able to do much versus the swarm of Lings. Gets murdered and he loses that other. He's going to lose this other medevac. And what is going on? We have units streaming across the map, totally in the wrong spot. Bad rally point right there, going to be costing him big time, and he really could not afford to lose these units, especially after that big loss while securing his expansion. Bunker coming down, but he doesn't even have units to put in the bunker very much. Pity Hellbats are not Firebats, because Firebats, oh my god, Firebats were so OP. I mean, now the ones in campaign are less OP than the ones in the old game, or back in Brood Wars days. Like, it's not even back in Brood War, it's back before Brood War, as he gets there before the bunkers are even complete. Now here's, no, he needs to get his Hellbats attacking is the problem, being less worried about position and more worried about how to attack, but he is scared off as the bunker is allowed to finish. Going to be able to survive that encounter just fine. But as I was going to say, Firebats, even though they're less impressive, are still just beasts. I mean, back in Brood War, it was a Hellbat with Stim. I mean, what do you even do versus that? That's just terrifying. Hellbat with Stim. Oh my gosh, I mean, if you combine that with Marauders today, that just becomes painful. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like the most anti-Zerg thing ever. Nevertheless, mutiling out from Nalvahill. However, Madao, already aware, has his missile turrets down. Obviously, one missile turret, I don't really like one missile turret. I feel you definitely need more than one if you really want to defend against mutalisks, because this might be enough mutalisks to probably take out one. And yeah, well, hey, if you don't have two, you could be in trouble. As we are seeing, is that another command? It is indeed. He is actually fully saturated on these bases because he's constantly producing SCVs. I will give him that he is ahead in the worker count, but who knows, that might begin to change soon. There, like I said, it goes down, but the Thor going to be making a big difference here. And a medevac to keep them alive. There's the Marines going to be taking down a couple of those, and another missile turret. Oh my gosh, this always feels so terrible as a Zerg. When you go in there, you sweep in, do all your damage, and then you leave with two mutalisks. It just feels bad. Widowmine there in the front, extra defense, or a bit of a risk. Actually, with the way he's positioned his units, I feel like the Widowmine has, yeah, that much range. A Ling comes in there, kills that. Widowmine will kill all of those things. So, yeah, I don't think this is a very smart idea. Banelings coming down from Nalvahill, again, he's sort of, well, actually they do counter Hellbats, surprisingly, so this might actually be a decent choice. Finally getting the gases on his impromptu third, and well, we can call it his natural again because he has to retake this base as his third. Madao actually did quite a bit of damage with that last push. However, he did also lose a lot, so yeah. Either way, he is starting to be a little bit safer with his Thors and Vikings and Marines and Hellbats. This is possibly the most anti-mutiling composition ever. The only question is whether or not he can handle the numbers. And the Banelings. Banelings are going to be making a huge difference in this battle. Where was that scan? I missed it. Oh well. But I mean, that's the thing. This army is good, but I mean, once it gets all bunched up, really only a couple of Banelings would be needed to bust this down. High-sec auto-tracking, not something you usually see. I'm wondering what he plans to do with this. Usually it'd be much better to go for one of the +1s, +2s, whatever. He certainly has the armory, so that's not delaying him. And wait, here is the engagement going on. Like I said before, I don't think he has the units. Once those Banelings get there, it's game over. But no, not quite able to do the damage before the units get there, as these Thors have gotten distracted by that Overseer, so they are not joining their other units in the battle. A huge mistake there. This mismicro might actually cost Madao the game. Or, well, I don't think it will. I think honestly it would be better if the Thors just stayed out of it for now, because there is just a little bit too much force here. You really should focus down. The medevac will not be happening by the looks of it. Interesting note, Hellbats can be repaired as well as healed, so I've always wanted to do like some sort of Hellbat push with like a Marine medevac SCV Hellbat push. I don't know if that's just crazy or what. What I do know is this is actually sort of an excellent position for the units, with the Thors tanking damage from the Lings as the Hellbats take care of them. You really need to focus down those Mutalisks, I feel, as well. I don't know. I'm not Terran, so hey, I don't really get the micro. What I will say is this Overlord is going to be spotting this out, which is just terrible for Madao. Having a hidden base, he would actually be better off if he'd taken this one. Just sort of sad about. And again, the senseless unit sacrifice. What are these guys ending up over here? What is up with this? Why are these rally points? Where are they going? Where are they going? Oh my gosh, if he didn't continuously misrally units, his army would be twice this size right now. Oh my gosh. Either way, these Lings going to be healing up as Zerg are wont to do, and that's a planetary fortress. Not something you usually see, but I think it might actually be a somewhat decent choice on this map. Well, here it's definitely a decent choice. This is going to allow him to secure this base no matter how dangerous it is. He basically can just lift this up and the cannons will shoot them there. Planetary fortress actually is just sort of a decent defensive structure no matter what. Oh, but he'll need to raise those depots very quickly. That's sort of a problem. I would have preferred to have like a little gap in between so they could still handle SCVs going through. Here goes the Butalisks out for blood. Going to be trying to take a lawn approach. Maybe he's going to send the Lings over here. The Mutalisks over here would be a very nice choice. This expansion here about to die. There goes the SCV. There's the Lings going in. But what do they find? A planetary fortress. Oh my gosh. Does he have enough Lings? He actually might just have... No, he doesn't. He doesn't have enough. Whatever. More important things happening over here as the Mutalisks try and focus down the missile turrets. I don't think it's going to work much. Medevac's healing the SCVs, keeping them from losing too much. And the GG. How is that GG? What is GG about? I suppose that army's pretty bad. Or pretty good. Pretty strong. Huh. Well, crap. I honestly would have said Nelva Hill would have won this. But, I don't know. The Banelings, I feel, if he gets good Baneling hits, he really can just sort of overwhelm this. And if he can overwhelm it, it'll be pretty much over. This Terran has actually played fairly decent. I'll give him that. I don't really like his rally points are what confuse the hell out of me. I mean, how did that happen before? Maybe he's learned from his mistakes. I don't know. What I do know is that this battle here is going to determine every single thing. And that is a very bad way to start it off. Half health, everything. Oh my gosh, there's the Baneling Zerglings going in, doing their damage. Baneling's hitting the Thors. Definitely not what he would have wanted. Those Thors certainly going to be able to do a lot of damage here. And I'm gonna confess, oh my gosh, I've never actually seen somebody hand me a replay where they lose. This is a loss. I can't see how he would win this. Nah, he's dead. He's dead. And this really isn't mech. It's like mech bio. I don't know. He needs some SCVs to help repair his Thors. That's my opinion. Either way, this game is pretty much over. Just the last bit of it as the Thor, Hellbat, Marine, Marauder, Medevac. Wow, that's rather a lot of stuff. It's always bad when your opponent says, I'm a pretty bad player. Cheese my way to master? Okay, now listen, no matter how bad or good you are, if you can get to master, you're pretty darn good. Because a lot of players, I mean, I can handle most cheeses very, very well. I mean, as I am wont to say, I eat cheese with crackers. So, yeah. One note, you want to make sure to kill these things, but whatever. Indeed, it is game over. I wish people would just GG. No. No. Anyway, yeah, so why, I mean, just GG, please. Please, why don't people ever surrender? I don't understand. The game is over. It's done. You've lost. Oh, well. Either way, enough is enough. I don't even know what to say. I will point out that the cannons on this thing are just so friggin' huge. Like, so ridiculously friggin' huge. Like, just ungodly freaking huge. Like, I can't even describe it. I mean, size is one of those things in this game where you think to yourself, an SCV is piloted by one person. And, I don't know. You have an extractor. And now you don't. Anyways, everybody, that's been a fun cast between Madao and Nelva Hill. I don't even know what to say, except... whatever. Anyways, folks...